And just a note for you that the following story may contain testimony with sexually explicit comments being made. So just a note, I suppose, if you have young viewers around, the Judicial Conduct Tribunal that's probing those sexual harassment allegations against Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge entering day 7 today. The complainant, Judge Secretary Andiswa Mengo, has accused Mbenenge of sexual harassment in the form of both in-person interactions and electronic messages between June of 2021 and November the following year. Day 7 of that evidence is currently being led. Let's listen in.
Sithetha ngomuntu apha powerful.
Yeah, we are talking about a powerful person.
Sithetha ngomuntu ophethe province apha.
We are talking about someone who is in charge of the entire province.
Bekunzima ukuthi hayi kuye noxa nditshilo izihlandlo ngezihlandlo ndisithi hayi engandiva.
It was difficult to say no to him, although I said no on numerous occasions, and he did not listen to that or hear my no.
More than anything, bendisoyika indlela zaniphatha ngayo emsebenzini.
I was scared of how he was going to treat me at work,
Ngoba ndiyazi into bezandenza yona.
because I don't know what he was going to do to me.
And bekungekho mntu uzandikholelwa xa ndimxelela istory sam.
One who was going to believe me if I were to convey my story.
I understand that. Why did you send sexual messages back, or messages that seemed sexual?
Ndiyakuva oko, kodwa ke yintoni eyayikubangela ubangaba amagama ungachasani unganye ungaphenduli ngendlela ebonakalisa ukuchasa oku, kodwa uphendule ngohlobo olu imiyalezo ayithumela ngalo.
Ekungandivini kwakhe ukuthi hayi oko ndisithi hayi kuye ndiye ndabona ba ku right bama ndimphendule ngalendlela yena oneliseka yiyo.
Upon realizing that he didn't take my no, or he did not hear me when I said no, I then decided to respond in the manner in which he gets satisfied.
Ukuze ngcine kukho ukuxolo emsebenzini.
In order for peace sake at the workplace.
Okay. Now, there are also times in your conversations with the Judge President when you talk to him about commonplace, everyday things like court rolls or cases that are going on. Did you have any difficulty talking to the Judge President about non-sexual things?
Ikhona ke nemiyalezo apho khona ke nithetha nge-court rolls, nithetha nezinto nje eziphathelene nomsebenzi. Ingaba kwakuye kube nzima na ukuthetha naye uJudge President ngezinto ezingadibenanga nencoko ephathelene nesondo?
Bekungekho nzima ngoba besithetha ngomsebenzi, umsebenzi le passion soba.
No, it wasn't difficult because we would both be talking about something work-related, and work is something that both of us had passion for.
If you were so upset at receiving the sexual messages from the Judge President, how were you able to have conversations with him after that?
Ukuba ngaba ke ibikucaphukisa ngolo hlobo okanye buye ube nomsindo ngolo hlobo incoko ke okanye incoko ezi uJudge President wayithi aziqala kunye nawe, ngoko ke kwakwenzeka kanjani uba ngaba kube okanye kwakuye kube lula kangaka kanjani na ukuncokola ngezinto eziphathelene nomsebenzi?
Ms. Mengo, do you need a minute?
Just a minute.
Would you like to repeat the question?
Thank you. You can repeat your question.
Okay. I was wondering if you were so upset about receiving sexual messages from the Judge President. How were you able to have these normal work conversations after that?
Into endibuzayo ke okanye ke endibuzayo nobangaba ke ubangaba ke encokola ngeziphathelene nesondo ikuphondo ikucaphukise bekuye kube lula kanganjani na okanye ubuye uyenze njani na uba uncokole nje kakuhle naye ngeziphathelene nomsebenzi?
Bekungekho lula.
It wasn't easy
Ngoba ngoku besendigcine uba professional emsebenzini.
because now the only thing I was maintaining was being professional at work.
Eyona nto ke ngoku ibindophula kukuba ne-personalities ezimbini.
What was now breaking me was having two personalities.
What do you mean by two personalities?
Uthetha ukuthini ngepersonality ezimbini?
Emsebenzini kumele ndibe professional ndi-acting ngathi akho nto.
At work, I need or I have to have this professionality if there's nothing wrong,
Futhi naye ingathi akandenzanga nto okanye andivi ibuhlungu.
and also pretend as if I'm not feeling any hurt. He didn't do anything wrong to me.
Ndiphinde xa ndidibana nee-colleagues zam funeke ndibe nguloo mntu ngeli hlobo bendililo kuye ndibe right.
And also, when I come across my colleagues, I also have to behave or act to be the very same person I was to him.
Ndibe ndiyazi the little girl inside me is broken.
Knowing very well
Thank you, Ms. Mengo. Chair, I have no further questions.
Mr. Sikhakhane, are you ready to start or you want?
I'm ready, Chair.
May I start, Chair?
Chair,
Just a minute.
sorry, I forgot to put my hand up. The witness is quite upset. I haven't asked her, but is it possible to take a 10-minute adjournment and then
She'll
continue?
tell me if she wants.
Ms. Mengo,
Yes.
let me start where you ended.
mandiqale ke apho ugqibelise khona.
The importance of your last bit is that you asked to tell a sob story of every woman who goes through sexual harassment. Is that not true?
Just repeat, sorry.
Hello? I am saying, I'm starting at the end of your testimony. The sad story of every woman that you adopt for you, who goes through sexual harassment. Am I wrong?
Ngaba ndizabe ndichanile na uba ngaba ndiqala ke egqibeleni apho uphele khona ke kokuba ngaba ke ibali elibuhlungu ke laye wonke umuntu obhinqileyo oye ke ahlangabezane ke noma akhawulelane neemeko ezikumila kunje.
Ewe.
Yes.
Do you agree with me, and you must, that sexual harassment is a serious offense and is a serious experience, bad experience for women who've genuinely gone through it.
Uzovumelana nani nami xa ndisithi ke ukuhlukunyezwa okanye ke ukuphathwa kakubi ke ngokwezesondo uba ngaba ke loo nto ke yinto enobuzaza kakhulu kwaye futhi ke ebuhlungu kumntu obhinqileyo.
Ewe kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
You agree with me, as you must, that men, as you suggest in your complaint, who commit this offense must be punished. You even suggest that the JP must be institutionalized for it. That's how serious you take this issue. Seriously, you take this issue. Am I wrong?
Indlela ke umbalona ke oye ke obona ngayo uba ngaba ke abantu abangamadoda abenza ke oku uba ngaba ke kufanele babe uba ngaba ke bayohlwaywa nokunjalo futhi nokuba ngaba ke ulindele uba ngaba ke benamanyathelo athathwayo nangakuye uJP. Sorry.
Mr. Sikhakhane, before you, sorry. Oh, before you move to another key, I take this to be general questions, of course. I thought we adjourn because there's an issue which we discussed in chambers the other day, last week, on which both counsel, both parties had to come back to us. Once, with regard to once Advocate Sikhakhane had completed leading evidence, and also after Advocate Butlander had finished. We discussed something, we left it hanging. We asked to go ahead and think about it. I recall, if I'm not wrong, I even asked you to take instructions on your client, from your clients about that issue. But the two set of advocates owe us something, a response to the question we raised last week. I think this question is better dealt with in chambers.
Thank you,
Let us
Chair.
adjourn and let's go and talk in chambers.
Thank you, Chair.
And so there you have it, a short adjournment in that sitting at the in Rosebank. The Judicial Conduct Tribunal, of course, still probing those sexual harassment allegations leveled against Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge. They're being labeled by the complainant, that's Judge's Secretary Andiswa Mengo, who you could see at the tail end of her evidence struggled to maintain composure, in fact asking for a minute just so she can pull herself towards herself once again. And this was around just how the interactions, the alleged interactions, perhaps I should say, made her feel in a context where she was asked questions about why her own responses seemed to be laced with sexual innuendo. Her response to that, by the way, was that she only replied that way because she, at the time, thought this is what would satisfy the top judge. We're seeing Selby Mbenenge there in frame. It seems what's going to happen after the short adjournment is Sikhakhane, who is representing the judge president, is going to begin his own cross-examination now of the complainant. And in fact, he had kicked things off by just generally asking whether or not Andiswa Mengo agrees that women who have legitimately gone through sexual harassment have indeed experienced quite a difficult ordeal. We're waiting to see where he's going with this, but I imagine, of course, the picture will crystallize just after the short adjournment. We're keeping a very close eye on the situation in Rosebank, and hopefully we'll be able to take you back there once those proceedings continue.